Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting episode of Zaffa Geek, Slab Wrangle,
Project
and
M.A.R.S.
Project M.A.R.S, and we've got a guest speaker
Yes.
who goes by the name of
George. Hi, everybody.
George. Now, if you guys have been following our videos, we have spoken about him before. The mining guy, the guy who confirms that people don't die in the mines, or tries to not let people die in the mines.
Are you going to bring that up now? Okay.
He's the guy that makes sure the earth doesn't fall in on people.
That's true.
Yeah.
Isn't that Superman?
3 kilometers underground.
3 kilometers
That's
underground.
difficult to comprehend. Imagine it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've actually got a question on that topic before we get started.
Yeah.
What are the pressures like 3 kilos down?
Pressures? You mean rock pressures or like more pressures?
Like air pressure. Obviously, you guys have to pump in stuff to equalize the pressure, don't you?
No, not necessarily. 3 kilometers down, especially with the size of the excavations that are created, it's not a lot of, like you would think when you go down underwater. When you go down underwater, there is water pressure.
Yeah.
You don't really have air pressure, otherwise, we would die. It's a simple concept, a simple question of when you're in an airplane and you lift off from the ground, your ears close up. It's a change in pressure. Your body adjusts to the different pressures. So underground is very similar. As you're going down with the cage, or we call it a cage. It looks like a cage with the lift down underground. Your ears close up. But physical pressure, no, not that much. Rock pressure, completely different story. It's measured in millions of pascals.
Yeah.
Which we call megapascals, and that's very severe.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, yeah, I'm the miner here. I'm not a miner. I'm a rock engineer. A lot of people say, "Oh, so you're a miner?"
I'm a rock engineer.
I'm a rock engineer. It's a huge difference.
So what you're telling me is the physics in Minecraft is all wrong.
Well, that depends when you look at it. I don't know exactly what the physics are in Minecraft. What are they?
You can suspend rocks above you without anything supporting them.
Yeah.
I wish. Yes, physics is wrong.
Okay.
Damn. So Minecraft has been lying to us for like 5 years now. What's this world coming to? And then
Computer games,
yes. And then I have to bring up something.
Imagine you were flying around on a dragon.
Yeah. I have to
Like
bring
in
up
World of Warcraft, for example.
World of Warcraft. We'll get to that shortly. I just have to pay my respects to the late and great Terry Pratchett.
Yes,
You've inspired
great
this
man.
series specifically to do many things.
True, yes. Yeah.
Definitely.
Our Wizard Tower, for one, is heavily influenced by him, and our short-lived careers as wizards.
Yeah. Rest in peace, man. Anyway, on to better, more interesting topics. And it's World of Warcraft.
More interesting? I doubt.
No, not more interesting. On to not even better. Oh, crap.
Different
Topics. Let's call it a different topic.
Less somber.
Less somber. There we
go.
Yeah.
World of Warcraft.
I don't know if I even get that far.
Yeah, it's kind of somber for me.
Depressing playing World of Warcraft.
Okay.
I want that belt. I've done this dungeon 1,000,000 times. Why can't I get that belt?
Yeah, that's World of Warcraft. Yeah. With the new patch coming out in the near future, they're going to add WoW tokens. Now, Slab Wrangle, I don't know if you know this, but WoW tokens essentially allows you to buy game time for gold in the game.
I haven't heard of this before, but I think it's about freaking time.
Mm-hmm.
Reasons being is back in the day when I was playing, we had gold farmers that were messing with the economy, always stealing your mines, your herbs, your whatever it is, and it was a real
Your source of income.
irritation. Your source of income, and there was a consistent spam in chat, in general chat, in trade chat, where these people would blast their website on, log off, delete the character, create a new character, blast the website, and rinse and repeat. And it just unbalanced the game in that you would have people that would buy gold, would buy time, and it just messed up the whole system. Blizzard put a lot of systems in place to counter it, but you can't really stop people. As long as there's money to be made, gold farmers will always exist. Now, this could go one of two ways. It could boost the economy of gold farmers considerably, because the value of gold is now going to be accelerated to game time, or it'll drop the market completely out, making it no longer viable for gold farmers to apply their trade. I don't know. What do you think?
Let me just explain the concept quickly. It's for gold and everything, but it's the concept of EVE Online, where players actually buy game time and then convert it into a WoW token. And one WoW token is equal to 1 month's worth of playtime. But the prices will be influenced by Blizzard. It won't be a supply and demand thing, as far as I read, as much as an EVE.
Yeah.
So, however strong the gold is, the gold economy, that will influence what you will pay for a token. So
Okay.
what I'm thinking of, George, what would
Yes?
you say would be an expected amount of gold to be paid for a month's time?
Come on.
What would
There's
you
been a
say
lot
would
of
be
discussion in it.
reasonable?
Well, there's been a lot of discussion about it in the guild chat, the guild group, and people are saying lots of money, like 100,000 gold, things like that, which unfortunately will also only make it available to a select elite group of people that have that amount of money to spend. In the game itself, I have actually no idea. If you ask me what's a good price for it, I have no idea. I have 3 characters which I play with, and I average maybe a month, maybe 40,000 gold between the 3 of them. So it'll be interesting to see, it'll also determine if it's going to be worth it. I mean, at the end of the day, the situation that's going to be created now is I have to play a game. Banana. I should have said that before. Hey.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to play a game now to farm resources, which is similar to what happens in EVE, being an EVE player as well. To farm resources, to play the game, to farm more resources, continue playing the game. If it's a reasonable amount of gold, then I mean you can farm gold to a certain extent and then play the rest of the month, thus dedicating a week or 2 to gold farming. But I can't see it working in World of Warcraft, in my opinion, honestly. So I'll have to see. It'll be a situation of, do I have gold left over? Okay, let me buy a time card. Otherwise, it can drive you mad.
What I would like to find out is if the items are going to be tradable or soulbound, because that'll have a very
soulbound.
serious influence.
The tokens will definitely, the moment, what will happen is it'll be on the market, on the auction house or whatever, and the moment someone pays for that token,
X amount of gold, yes?
X amount of gold for that token, the moment it appears in his bank account, or what do you call it?
In his bag, his backpack, yeah?
Backpack or whatever, it's soulbound.
Okay.
So it won't be tradable after that.
Yeah, so it's going to be what they call in World of Warcraft BOP.
Yeah, buy and pickup.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, that makes sense, because at the end of the day, what can also happen, and this is what's a big influence in EVE economy. Sorry that I bring EVE into this now, but I mean, they've got a system that's already working that applies this concept. It's player driven, but also have to add that the whole economy is player-driven. Where in World of Warcraft, it's not player-driven. You have to mine certain minerals to make certain stuff and then sell that specific items, which is very limited on auction house to make X amount of gold. Otherwise, you have to do quests, limited quests, to generate that income. Let me rephrase that. There's limited ways of generating an income.
It's also
okay, what I wanted to.
no, carry on.
No, what I wanted to say about what I wanted to say about the making it the bind on pickup. One thing they're preventing there is an acceleration of gold farmers, because the moment you have the economy determining what these things are going to cost, it could escalate very quickly where people are charging 1 million gold for a time card. And then the generation of the time cards will also be a concern, because, for example, in EVE Online, you can buy the game cards, let's call it a game card or game time, with real money and sell it in-game for game money. That way you can generate money to build ships or to build stations or to by buying and selling real or trading real money for in-game money. Now, if that's going to be possible in World of Warcraft, it's also a different story, because you have limited things you can do with your money.
Yeah, I think this also brings into focus what Blizzard did with Diablo 3's real money auction house.
I don't think they talk about that anymore.
Why it flopped, is the second you are bringing currency into a fantasy environment or a non-real environment, you are changing a lot of the dynamics of the game. I mean, if you could buy all the armor you wanted for real money and not have to actually earn it in game, it changes the dynamic of play substantially. I mean, nobody's going to bother leveling up a character with the items he has when he can buy a lovely leveling suit of armor and, then just power through it, and it'll ruin the game experience, I think. In my opinion.
Well, you've got heirloom items at the moment which you can buy for gold, which gives you a percentage experience benefit or boost to excel. Let's say, for example, you've got a secondary character or even your fourth character that you want to level up to level 100, which is the cap at the moment. You can buy heirloom items for this character, and you will level him much faster. But again, once you've bought them, you've got them. It's not like, for example, I'm going to use EVE again as reference. EVE, when you lose something, it's destroyed. You have to replace it. In World of Warcraft, if you lose something, or your character dies, your sword breaks, your armor breaks, simply repair it. There's no permanent loss. There's no permanent replacement cost. So what's going to happen is, once I have everything in the game, what's the benefit going to be of gold?
Yeah.
And that's why some people that have played the game for so long have accumulated X amount of gold, and they're the elite few that actually has 100,000 plus in their bank accounts or in their WoW accounts.
Also, I think this is now in my experience. Through the progression of World of Warcraft, gold has become worth a lot less over time. I remember when I first started playing, 100 gold was a big deal. It took a lot of effort to get even 1,000 gold, and the mounts of the time, the fast mounts, were, what was it, 2,500 gold?
Yes, which is difficult to accumulate.
It was very difficult to accumulate, but during my experiences of Mist of Pandaria, I found it was incredibly easy to accumulate gold. I mean, I wasn't actually doing anything specific gold driven. I was just, carrying on with my daily affairs. And I accumulated that.
And you were still able,
yeah.
Very quickly, yeah. And it's because of the level progression. I mean, surely you can't expect a a level 2 character and a level 50 character and level 100 character to accumulate the same amount of gold, to get the same gold reward from missions and quests and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that's where it stems from. Like I said, now, simply just doing quests and running around and doing things, I can accumulate 1,000 gold a day. Being a level 100 and everything now. So what'll be interesting to see is how it's regulated. If you will be, like I said earlier, if you will be able to buy these cards with real money and then sell it in game for gold, and then what's the effect going to have on the market if people already have enough gold that there's nothing else to explore? I can't.
Yeah.
To me, honestly, it's not a concept that I would have welcomed into World of Warcraft.
Yeah.